There's no secrets in this place. It's amazing how you all know what goes on.
That's George Santos. You remember him, right?
Is it true that you have an OnlyFans page and you can peel a banana with your feet?
I don't have one. I just discovered what OnlyFans was about 3 weeks ago when it was brought up in a discussion in my office.
You just can't tell the truth.
Santos was a frequent reminder that we'd entered the Trump twilight zone until all his bullshit fell right on top of him and he was sentenced to prison. Santos was elected to Congress back in 2022, but was soon expelled by the House following his federal indictment, as well as the findings of an investigation by the House Ethics Committee.
He's a national joke. He's an international joke. But this joke's got to go.
You remember that he had fabricated much of his education and employment history, all leading up to his election victory, and then he proclaimed himself to be Jewish.
Do I wish you a happy Hanukkah or a Merry Christmas?
I'm Catholic, but I'm also Jew-ish, as in ish.
Then claimed he attended schools that had no record of his enrollment and that he'd been a seasoned Wall Street financer and investor. It was all a lie. Ultimately, Santos admitted he filed fraudulent FEC reports, embezzled funds from campaign donors, charged credit cards without authorization, obtained unemployment benefits through fraud. Anyway, the dude was a train wreck. But as much of a joke as he was, and maybe still is, he's now facing 87 months in a real prison with rapists and murderers, really bad people. In fact, the only people you won't find in that prison is Trump's inner circle of sexual deviants.
How do you feel about it? I mean, looking at this long stretch.
Tucker, can I be honest with you?
I hope you will.
I don't know that I survive it. They're putting me in a violent prison. It's a medium facility. I'm not a streetwise guy. I don't know how to fight. I'm a gay man. Statistics tell you what happens to gay men in prison. I don't know that I survive this. I'm being honest. I mean, I can't change that. It's sad. I have a family.
Are you serious?
I'm genuinely serious. People think I'm exaggerating when I say this. I've never had to fight a day in my life. I grew up in a very sheltered life, apartment kid in New York City. I don't have wilderness. I mean, my experience in wilderness, let's call it, I like skiing, but it's just not me. I'm not that guy. I don't know that I survive this. I mean, this could be very much my last interview. And I'm not trying to be over dramatic here. I'm just being honest with you. I look at this as practically a death sentence to what could occur to me. And we've seen this. It's not like I'm saying something out of the ordinary. I'm not built for this.
Now, don't get me wrong, Santos is a fuck up, but he's also right. His shit is about to get real. And while you may not have sympathy or empathy for him, how about agreeing that if we're going to put people in jail, we do it fairly?
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
This pustulant skin tag raped a woman, assaulted women, visited pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's island 7 times that we know of.
There's a moment where you had some hesitation about Epstein, releasing some of the documents on Epstein. Why the hesitation?
I don't think I'm not involved. I never went to his island, fortunately.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and so a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people.
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly.
So the connection between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein isn't new news. Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years, even stating that Epstein, quote, likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. In 2021, as part of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, it was revealed that Donald Trump lied about riding on Epstein's plane. He actually flew on it 7 times.
And is currently bearing Epstein's client list that, oh yeah, it really exists.
It's sitting on my desk right now.
And Trump's inner circle, people like his lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, went to Epstein's island and got massages, which he said were okay because he kept his underwear on.
I've had very, very few massages in my life. One at Jeffrey Epstein's house by a middle-aged woman who gave me a shoulder and neck massage, which I hated. I called up my wife and complained about it immediately. No, I've done nothing wrong. If you want to put me on trial here, you have to give me an opportunity to fully explain. You will not be able to make just charges against me without giving me an opportunity to explain.
You had a massage at Jeffrey Epstein's house? Do you know who it was who performed that?
Yes. I mean, we know approximately who it was. There were a lot of people around her. We think we remember, and the person who was in charge of the Epstein house confirmed this, that it's a woman named Olga who was in her 40s and was a professional massage therapist.
And Alan, I thought you handled that pretty well, but there is, one thing. You admitted to a massage at Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, that sounds bad in theory. I don't know. I'm just saying, as an attorney, how do we justify that? Because even that clip, you said you didn't get many massages, and then all of a sudden you're at Jeffrey Epstein's having a massage. It just raises red flags.
A little Shakespeare, me doth protest too much, maybe?
Scheduled a massage with an underage sex slave, and then you'll believe anything.
Trump is a professional criminal, of which there is little doubt.
For all of the above reasons, I respectfully decline to answer the questions under the rights and privileges afforded to every citizen.
And Trump has even said it out loud that he could shoot people and pardon himself.
A pardon of myself. I could have done it. And all of these questions you're asking me about the fake charges, you wouldn't be asking me because it's a very powerful thing for a president.
So let's start with the list of the bad guys Trump has pardoned and start with the January 6 criminals.
First, we have a list of pardons and commutations relating to events that occurred on January 6, 2021.
Okay, and how many people is this?
I think this order will apply to approximately 1,500 people, sir.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages.
Go fuck yourself.
Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
The 1,279 January 6 criminals who sent 100 cops to the hospital and threatened to kill Nancy Pelosi and hang Mike Pence. Upon release, a dozen have committed crimes ranging from assault to distribution of child porn. But the list is voluminous. According to his wingman, Matt Gaetz had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old girl back in 2019. In March 2021, the New York Times reported that Gaetz was being investigated by the DOJ. Then the House Ethics Committee in December of 2024 concluded a year-long investigation by saying the committee found between 2017 and 2020, Gaetz regularly paid young women for engaging in sexual activity, which were violations of statutory rape laws and then sex trafficking laws. Then Trump nominated him to be the next attorney general. General Michael Flynn was charged with lying to the FBI about secret meetings with the Russians and his secret work with Turkey's dictator Erdogan. Trump pardoned him. Bannon was convicted of contempt of Congress and stealing money from a nonprofit that MAGA members donated to build the border wall. Trump pardoned him. Rudy defamed the Georgia election workers and almost got them killed. Then Giuliani and 11 other Trump criminal allies of Trump were charged with conspiracy, fraud, and forgery in trying to install fake electors in Arizona during the 2020 election. He's still free. Paul Manafort was Trump's former campaign chairman, the guy who met with Russians in Trump Tower trying to get dirt on Hillary. He was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison for bank and tax fraud and crimes related to his work as a political consultant in Ukraine, working for this dictator, Yanukovych, who eventually fled to the safety of Putin's arms. Then Manafort fled to Tiny Fingers. Trump pardoned him after less than 2 years. The list is too long to cover here. Rick Gates, Papadopoulos, Peter Navarro, Roger Stone, Alan Weisselberg, all criminals who were pardoned or received slaps on the wrist because they're all part of this criminal cult.
But this joke's got to go.
I don't know what's going to happen to George Santos, but anything that happens in a federal prison isn't good. And you can say he deserves it, but there's a but there.
Do you have no shame?
Gabbard said that to George Santos, but like the rest of these raping, felonious pedophiles, she should have been looking in the mirror.
Goddamn right.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Do you have no shame?
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.